For a lot of my couples, they usually will tell me during the process of coming to therapy after betrayal that if they make it through this, then they know their marriage can make it through anything. And this gives them a glimmer of hope. They really do feel that if their relationship can somehow to make amends after being cheated on, that the rest of their marriage will be blissfully happy. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that this is not true. Many times, couples who work through betrayal and split, it wasn't necessarily due to the betrayal. It was due to the aftermath, things that happen, the way you feel about your partner after you find out they betrayed you. What happens over the years? Because remember, although that year after you find out about the betrayal and you start making amends is very important to the overall marriage success, it doesn't completely guarantee that you're going to make it through some of the other areas that really run into problems. And one of those areas is when the partner who was cheated on develops the ick for their partner. They feel disgusted, they don't want to be close to their partner, and they just overall, their gut is repulsed by their partner. Now, this isn't them necessarily holding a grudge and then surprising you after years of you and your partner working together to try to restore trust. This sneaks up on the person feeling it as much as it does the partner who's on the receiving end. And the partner on the receiving end in this scenario is the one who cheated. So what causes this? Well, I've got a few reasons that this happens. Although this is not an exhaustive list, it can come up for anything. Remember, once you betray your partner's trust, you complicate the whole situation of making amends, of restoring trust, and working on your marriage and being a successful, happy couple at the end. So these are some reasons. Unresolved guilt. Even if you stayed, a part of you grieves the version of the relationship you lost with the cheating. The grief can resurface later as a loss of attraction. An attachment system fatigue. Staying after betrayal and being just like totally, just drained, it's very easy that you're working so much to keep your story together, to keep your marriage together. The emotional work is daunting. And many times what happens is you'll have an overall fatigue of the system and your attraction for the person will break down. Identity shifts. You may start feeling healthier, stronger, more able to communicate your wants and needs with the betrayer, the partner who cheated. And as you do this, you may become more aware of their character flaws, of their neediness, of their clinginess, of their feeling like they put their self-worth out for someone else to validate. And as you see them in different eyes, a different perspective, you may lose a lot of respect for them. It's a semantic memory. I mean, let's remember, this isn't only your mind at work, it's your body too. And our bodies carry a memory. And sometimes when you're with this person, it activates an old pain. And this shows up not as a rational thought, they cheated on me, but as a gut level repulsion for them. And it's important that when you feel this, that you don't normalize it, that it's very difficult to normalize, because if you were to say, I'm not attracted to you, it could sound almost shallow or fickle, like, wait a minute, we worked so hard on this and now you're telling me that you don't find me attractive anymore? Well, you can't lie about these things. You either are with your partner and you're attracted to them, or you're feeling repulsed. And either way, your partner's probably going to be able to sense it. So I think it's important that you're honest and you talk about it, and you talk about why you may be feeling this way, or at least being open to changing it. So how do you reconcile this? Can you reconcile it? I mean, honestly, attraction is there between couples because they see their partner doing, like, choosing to love them, choosing to care for them, always being there. And when your partner's betrayed that, of course, some of that attraction you once held for them is going to go away. But this is different. The ick is different because it's years later. So I think the first step, of course, is talking about this. Without this, the body tends to hold on to the disgust or aversion because it's a protective mechanism. So the more honest you can be about talking about it, the better it's going to be. Rebuild safety in the relationship. The nervous system relaxes into attraction. It isn't always there right away. And some of that not attraction can be because you're holding on to vigilance. And the more your partner's able to make you feel safe, the more you're going to be able to relax and really begin the process of seeing them as your attractive a partner again. Small acts of safety really matter. Following through on promises, transparency with all things, when not getting defensive, being protective of your partner, not in a controlling way, but that you're there and you're their person. Create new experiences. We do know the more couples try new things so that they're protecting and loving each other and their marriage, the more novelty present, the better the relationship will do. Try new activities together, traveling together, or even experiencing new ways of making love to each other can go a long ways in restoring that attraction and minimizing that repulsion. Reconnect emotionally. And I personally think this is the most important one. Attraction is deeply tied to emotional intimacy. When partners share vulnerable feelings, how they really are nervous about their partner, or they care about their partner, or they're afraid for their partner, or whatever it is, it's very important you're talking about that. I think emotionally focused therapy is very important for couples after cheating. And work with your body. You know, since the ick is somatic, I think not purely cognitive, it's important that you work with your body, mindfulness, somatic experiencing, or even trauma-informed couples yoga. Anything you can do together to help get rid of that vigilance, that held on mistrust, that feeling that this person that you love most hurt you, is going to be able to move through your body. The individual growth necessary is really something that you're feeling yourself. You're proud of yourself. You're confident. You're learning new things. You're getting interested in other things. And it eases up the importance you place on your partner. When they're not everything to you, the relationship is going to get healthier. You'll have them in a proper place instead of someone overwhelming who now is wanting sex with you, and yet you're still stuck in repulsion for them. And accept that attraction can't always be restored. So for some people after cheating, when they work out the marriage, they realize they've never been able to get the true attraction back for the cheater. Personally, this would be very difficult for me. I would rather work with an emotional-based therapist who is going to help me and learn to love this person again, learn to trust this person again, and learn to feel safe with this person again. Attraction lies at the intersection of safety and vitality. And if either one of those areas is crossed or ruined or violated, then it's really hard to feel desire or attraction for this person again. So these are the two areas you have to go front and center in restoring. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.